be professional and you want to know how you can get more clients, how you can work less hours and make more money, this is a video for you. I'm sharing all of my tips of how I was able to make over $70,000 in the month of January and how you can. Hey guys, I'm Chanel. I'm a hairstylist here in Houston, Texas, and I am going to share with you how I made over $70,000 in the month of January, which is insane. A little bit of the backstory: I stopped doing hair for 8 years, and I thought I would never do hair again. God directed me back to hair. And I kept getting prophecies and pastors telling me my wealth would come from hair, all these things. And so when God directed me back to hair, I was a little, I thought I was going to be obedient, and that's really all I had. I didn't know what was going to happen. But last year, I made six figures within the first year, just from behind the chair. And God is so gracious that He allowed me to use the things that I did in corporate America and even from being an entrepreneur and use that within my business as a hairstylist to get more bookings, to market myself correctly, all those things. Now, I do have a little bit of a following, but I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. It's steadily growing, but I've been able to stay booked because of the marketing I do. Literally, it's my marketing strategy. It's a lot of God and obedience, but also faith without works is dead. So me doing these particular marketing strategies have allowed me to amass more clients and clients that I love. So I'm gonna go over what works for me and what actually yielded results. And I'm gonna break it down and make it real plain, real simple. But I'm also gonna talk about what I did differently in January 2025 last month to get over 70K. I made about $73,000 that month just from doing hair. I did two sewing clients and the rest were K-tip clients. The most K-tip clients I've done in a day are three. And then typically we do two K-tip clients a day. And so I initially set a goal of $50,000 and was able to get over 70K. It is mind blowing to me because like before I decided to be obedient to God and got back to doing hair, I was broke. Like broke, broke, broke. And I had got evicted from my apartment and then my car got repossessed. Like it was a lot going on. And so the number one tip I'm gonna give you if you want to be successful in the beauty industry is ask God what He wants you to do and then be obedient to that. Like God could tell me to stop doing hair right now and start waxing tomorrow, and that's what I'm gonna do because I know whatever He has His hands on is gonna be successful. And so I I say it so much, but I really mean it. If He's called you to do something, just be obedient to it the first time. I never wanted to do hair. Like I did not want to do hair again. And so I never could have imagined that all of this would happen from me doing hair. So the best tip I can give you is just be obedient to God. The second one would be to definitely map out a marketing strategy and figure out who your target audience is. So maybe number two is the target audience. Understand what type of clientele you're trying to attract. Is it college students who, they'll want something on a budget? They'll like longer length. Is it going to be, professional women? Is it going to be stay-at-home moms? Like, what's the age group? What do they shop? What do they like? Because when you're building your brand and when you're building your content, you want to create content that will appeal to your target audience. For me, I like a good Pilates girl. I like a corporate baddie. I like a woman of God. I like someone who's into health and wellness. So I try to create content and showcase styles of my work for those type of women. And that is not just hair related. Like even if you're a lash tech, you have to think about if you want women who are like upscale, maybe stay at home moms, like all of those things, they may not want the thickest of lashes. So maybe that's not what you display. Maybe you need to display more of a wispy look, or you need to display a wet look, or things of that nature. If you're trying to cater your business to influencers, maybe you want to do more creative like you just need to showcase the type of content that would attract the type of client that you want to get. And you can do that. What I did last year, what I continue to do now, is I have content days, which I have a model, which I is kind of the service for, and that allows me to get the content I need to really display my services correctly. Even if you're like offering new services, um, even when cause I came back to doing hair with no clientele. I moved from LA to Houston. I had no client base. I hadn't done hair in 8 years, so any of the content I had was sold. And I did a model call in order to get my first client. And so I only made them pay for the hair. I did the install for free. And some of y'all like, I'm not doing that. Da, 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 da. I've ran specials all last year. My specials just ended in 2024. And that's from someone who had experience doing hair. I started doing cake tips in 2010 or 2012. So like I could have been like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any model calls. I'm not discounting. Okay, and then I just would have never been able to get the work. I think what has allowed me to be like so busy because there's pay tip stylists who charge more than me, but they don't have as many clients. But I've been blessed that God continues to send people my way. And I really think it is because I did do the model calls and I did showcase my work and I continue to do model calls to showcase my work properly and to really get it allows me to perfect my lighting and my angles, and it really gets me to perfect my craft. So I have a plethora. Some of the K-tip stylists they only do wavy hair, or they don't have as many like curly girls. I have so many different styles with K-tips, and I have so many things that I could show, and I could see. I want to continue to show like more tutorials, more behind the scenes, more hair care tips because I'm really passionate about hair care, growing your hair, strengthening it, and holistically from the inside out. I have content for days that I can shoot, but the model calls allow me to get actual people in my chair and to show what I can do. So I definitely suggest model calls to get content. Also, you want to make sure that you're spending a lot of time and effort perfecting your content. Everything is content. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Short, Pinterest, everything's going to require quality content. So doing model calls allows me to kind of woosah and get the perfect content and like really master that along the way. The next thing. I would say the next thing would be running ads, but before you run ads, for me, the steps that I said, but before you run ads, I would set up Google My Business profile. It's free, but you can use keywords within your bio and in your profile, and you can use that to display pictures and videos of your work. And Google is still a very large search engine. A lot of people utilize it to find businesses. So that allowed me to be able to, I get calls every day from people who found me on Google because I optimize my Google My Business profile. Having your Google My Business profile optimized and then also doing ads. So getting models, um, getting content, Google My Business profile, then ads. Ads really has allowed me to grow my followers, to get more bookings, and to bypass all the algorithms and really get in front of the right customers. And I feel like doing these strategies and running the ads just accelerated everything. So although I don't, like I said, I don't have as many followers as some of the girls who started around the same time with me years ago from like having hair companies. So I was off of social media for 3 years. I was stuck at 35,000 followers, and then I just got to 40,000.2 on Instagram. And I know when I run ads, I get new followers every single day. So ads allows you to get more bookings, but it also helps you get more followers too, which then you can nurture them and turn them into paying clients. Um, Another thing that I did was my website. So initially, when I started doing hair last year, I was using StyleSeat. Now, StyleSeat worked and helped because StyleSeat actually sent me customers. But I switched to my own website. I have a CRM system called beautysystems.io, and that has allowed me to have my own hosted website, and then I can use all of my SEO and keywords on there, which you can't do with like StyleSeat, Gloss Genius, booked Booksy or Acuity, you can't really utilize all of the marketing stuff in the back end, your backlinks, your SEO, all of that stuff to generate and drive traffic to your site. And so I switched to a website because of that. Marketing wise, you can do way more with a website than just like a regular booking site like Acuity. Now, all of my clients can book through my website, but Acuity does not. Acuity doesn't isn't a marketplace, so it's not sending you clients. All of your traffic is traffic that you're sending there, and you can't do all of the marketing things that you need. The next thing that has helped me, and I've said this in a video before, in my next video, I'll actually do a walkthrough of the system, but my CRM system saved my life. I could not handle the amount of clients I had, keep in contact with them, all of that stuff without my CRM system. It helps me out so freaking much. And this is why. So when I run ads, typically if you without a CRM system, if you run an ad, you have to go into Facebook Ads Manager. You have to download the CVS file, and then you have to manually text or email these people in order to try to close the deal. If for me, I knew from day one I wanted to operate like I was already successful. So I knew I needed automations in the back end to do that for me. So with my CRM system, when I get a new lead from Facebook, it automatically puts them in my CRM system, and it texts them and it emails them to give them my website and to ask if they have any questions about my case and services. And then it just sparks a conversation, and then it's automated where every couple of days, until they respond, it continues to nurture and spark a conversation with them via text or email so that it can close the sale and remind them to book an appointment. So I don't have to do anything extra for that. Um, Also, my landing pages, like when I run ads, I send them to a landing page, and that is all hosted within my CRM system. All of my text and email communications, my clients can call me. All of that stuff goes through my CRM system. I already said my website, my booking goes through there. I even built out an automation because I'm hiring staff for I'm building out a salon. So, like God is doing crazy things. So within a year, I've been able to get my own salon. So I'm opening up my own salon, and it's going to be an extension studio. So we're going to have stylists doing cases, we're going to have stylists doing sewing, and then color and all of those things. So I have I built out an automation for even the hiring process, so that it can automate the process of me selecting the right girls and scheduling their Zoom calls and then scheduling them to come in and all of those things. So I can't function without my CRM system. I need it. Like, absolutely, positively need it. Another thing that helped me get more clients, especially last year, was definitely running specials. So I started off with case tips doing them for $1,000, and it was like $1,000 for 18 inches of 200 grams of 18 inches. And it just allowed me to get clients on a regular basis at a really good price point. And then I slowly started to build up my prices. So every month I would raise my prices and raise my prices and raise my prices. And so now my price for 200 grams of like wavy or straight extensions is $2,600. It's still, if you really do your research, I'm not one of the highest tier K-tip artists, but I stay very busy. I have lots of clients coming in on a regular basis because I'm not hitting them over the head. My prices are reasonable compared to other K-tip stylists of like similar quality, so that matters too. And then another thing that I feel like has helps me get clients, but then also has them coming back is I care about them. Like, I really value my clients. There would be no business without them, and I try to create an experience that caters to them. So even for my cater stylist, I order them food. Like, I'll pay for their breakfast or lunch. They get to decide what they want. We have snacks. We have drinks. I have a blanket if they're cold. I have a tray for their food or for their laptop. We have a head spa, so we wash their hair in the head spa. I even have for clients that fly in, I have black car service that can pick them up. Like, I really do try to take care of them and put a lot of effort into making sure that they are okay and that they're happy with their services. So I think that it's extra attention to detail is why I get a higher like I done tons of classes. I perfect my skill all the time. I continue to take classes. I try to learn everything that I can to give my clients the best overall experience and look. And I noticed that I get those clients that like that. Like that they're looking for quality. And I pray over my clients. So prayer also is a major key to this is I pray over my clients. I make sure that God sends the right clients to me and clients that I can service and that they love the service and they'll like me and they'll like my staff and that I could build a rapport and relationship from and be used in some capacity for them. Because just doing hair also is a fellowship great. Um, yeah, that those are the things that have really helped me. And then also knowing my numbers. So last month in December, I realized that I had, for the year, just kind of been coasting by. I really had no set goals, but I realized I was at like 23,000 midway through December, and I was like, I wonder if I could hit 25. And so knowing your numbers helps you to achieve those goals. So for December, when I hit the goals in December that I wanted for January, I was like, okay, I want to see if I can hit $50,000 in a month. And I wasn't sure if it was possible. Like I didn't grow up knowing that you can make this type of money from doing hair. Like, yes, from selling hair, but actually doing hair, being behind the chair, I didn't know. And so when I saw my bookings for the month, I was like, I'm really close to 50, so let me hit 50K. And then I surpassed that, and I was like, I wonder if I can hit, 60. And I hit 60, and then the last week of December or the last week of January, we made over $22,000, and I was just like, I didn't know this was possible. Now, mind you, we're tired. I have two assistants, and I'm transitioning to be stylists. So we work a lot, but I never knew. So I would also encourage you to think long term, to like plan for the success that you want and to be open to God sending the right people to you because I couldn't have done this with that by myself. I couldn't have done what we did last month if it was just me by myself actively working. So, continue to pray that God sends the right people at the right time. Um, and that everything comes together perfectly because there is no I in team. Like my plan for my stylist is to get all of them to six figures this year. So it's not just me. I don't want it to where I'm the only one making money or my company is the only one making money. Like I want to put women in position to truly win. And I want them to live fulfilled in a whole life and have options. Um, so the stylists that I pick are people that I feel like I can pour into and that can grow and that want to grow. And so the environment of my salon and the space that I'm creating is really important for my clients, but also for me and for my stylists, making sure they're happy and making sure they enjoy coming to work. So, um, putting in the work. Also, we grinded that last month. So yeah, we hit the over 70K, but we worked. We worked a lot. So understanding that, like, I told myself for the next couple of months, I'm grinding it out. Like I'm working, putting in the work, doing what we need to do to build something successful. And so I feel like, faith without works is dead. So if you're willing to put in the work, if God has called you to this and you're actively doing what He's called you to do, He has no choice but to bless it. So this was a long video, but I hope it helped. If you want me to break down some of these things a little bit more, like the Google My Business profile, things of that nature, just let me know and I'll do it for you. And I'll record the next video, which is going to be about my CRM system. So I'll see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.